Okay.
We're recording, y'all.
Okay, let me just put my phone and prop it up then, since my computer sucks. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad. Okay. All right. Hi guys, I look like my hair looks crazy. All right. Welcome to Team Zoom. You said it's recording right now, Crystal?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So welcome to Team Zoom, you guys. I usually announce like all the newbies that are newly enrolled on my team, but I can't because my computer's not working. So I'll do that towards the end or in the middle when my computer works. So welcome to Team Zoom. If you're on my team, we do these every single Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and usually it's a lot more organized. My computer works, all that good stuff. So every Sunday at 9 p.m. and we always have an awesome guest on. Like tonight, we have Crystal Carruthers. She just went double diamond, and that's a huge deal, you guys. It's a big deal. That's like, you know, for me, that was life-changing income. Diamond was life-changing income, but double diamond was like whole nother level of life-changing income. So that was when I started to make, you know, $4,000 to $5,000 a month just with my, you know, account. So I'm super excited to hear her tips tonight, and don't forget to hop on the family call at 10 p.m. Eastern after this, because there's going to be, I guess, a really crazy, awesome announcement. So I'm really excited to hear that. But I'm just going to let Crystal dive in and tell us who she is. I know so many of you have not heard her story, whether you're on my team or her team. You've not all heard her entire story. So you can tell us, you know, obviously your name, how long you've been in. We obviously you're on this because you just went double diamond, so we know your rank. But tell us your story. Like, where were you before It Works, and just tell us a little bit about your journey, and then we're going to ask you how you did the damn thing, because that's the best part.
Okay, sounds great. So I started back in June of 2014. So I think it's been like 4.5 years now. I was a customer for 8 months. Loved the products, dropped like 25 pounds in a couple months. And Kenzie is my upline. So she's our sideline double diamond as well. And she kept asking me to join, and I kept saying no. And I told her I didn't have the time. I was too shy. You guys, I was so shy. I wouldn't even call and order pizza. I went to college for 4 years. I didn't make any friends because I didn't talk to people unless they talked to me. So I was like, I'm too shy to do this. I can't do parties, things like that. I don't have friends to sell to. Like, I don't know who I'm going to sell to. I worked a full-time job, basically in accounting. It was like receivables. I got my bachelor's and my master's degree in accounting. So I was doing the American dream of going to college and getting a good job and stuff. So when I started this, she actually invited me to an event, and she offered me a free wrap, and I literally just went for the free wrap, you guys. So then I heard other people's success stories around the area. It was in Lansing. And I decided, after talking to her and asking her a million questions, I decided to join. And literally it was just to try to earn free product, because when you get started, you can earn a shopping spree. Right now it's $100 shopping spree when you get started and get some customers. So I was like, you know, I'll just try it, because I know my mom and my sister were interested. So I was like, you know, if I can get 4 customers and get a shopping spree, that would be awesome. And maybe if I could make $100 a month pay for the products I was using already, that would be cool, you know. So that is literally all that I joined for. So then I got started, and obviously I got my bachelor's and master's degree. So I am a motivated person, and I do like to put my all into things when I do it. At first I started off a little bit slow. I was at my 28th day of in the business, and I only had 1 loyal customer, and I was like, oh my God, I need 3 more customers in 2 days. So I worked my butt off, signed my husband up, actually, as one of my customers. And I got that shopping spree, but then I decided to keep going, because I kept plugging into calls and hearing other inspirational stories. And I was like, what if I could do this? Like, what if I could do this? I'm going to work in and see what I can do. So I want to give you guys a little timeline of my promotion. So I promoted to executive in 5 months. So if you're just starting and you're like in your first couple months, don't give up, you guys, don't give up. I promoted to executive on New Year's Eve, working my butt off. And then at 7 months, I promoted to Ruby. Okay. And then it wasn't until a year later though that I promoted to emerald, the next rank going up. So it took me time, but I kept going, which is why I got it. And then a year later, I went diamond. And then now 2 years later, I went double diamond. So the reason I am where I am today is because I never gave up. If you think about it, there's like, what, 7? Was it executive, ruby, emerald, diamond, double, triple, presidential, ambassador. Okay, so that's 8. Imagine if you promoted just once a year. In 8 years, if you could be making $30,000 a month, wouldn't that change your life? Like, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, as long as you keep going and you get there. Your journey is your journey. Never compare it to other people. There's people who have hit ambassador in 8 months. But even if it took you 8 years to get to ambassador, wouldn't it be worth it? So I just kept going, and that's where I am, why I am where I am today. It did take me 2 years to go from diamond to double diamond, but that's because, I had, some people that like stopped working, which you're always going to have people that join and they don't take off right away. Like maybe you are, or you want to. But as long as you keep going, even if those people, stop, keep going, because you are going to find your runners that are going to take you to that next rank. So my number one thing is never give up. Never, ever, ever give up. Okay. Because some people might quit on themselves, but you're doing this for you, and you're doing this for your family, or whatever your reason is. So always remember why you are doing this. So 2 years in, I was able to quit my full-time job. So I did this full-time for 2 years while I was working full-time. So like, I tried to fit it into my business, because that was one of my main reasons I didn't want to join, because I didn't think I had the time to do it. So I would work during lunch breaks. I would take long potty breaks and do a post and respond to messages. And then, maybe stay up a little bit later after my kids went to bed. It's just about consistency. And you don't have to have hours a day to work this business. It's just about consistency. So I found my runners, and I've been running with them, and that's got me to double and running for triple. So super excited for that.
Okay. Did you see my phone disappear?
No.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Just for a second, I just disappeared, but I'm back. Okay. And I'm on my laptop. Okay. So I know Crystal's story by heart, and it's so inspiring. And what I love the most about it is that Jade noticed. So what I love the most is that Crystal comes from just wanting free product. And Crystal is one of the biggest hustlers I know. Like, when she puts her mind to something, you're competitive, right, Crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Competitive with myself, really.
Yes. Yep. Crystal is competitive with herself. Like, I've never met someone more motivated by their own circumstances. Like, I love that she's double diamond, and so is her upline, which is my best friend, by the way, for those of you who don't notice or don't know that. Her upline is my best friend. They're both double diamond. So like, that's crazy to me that, and Kenzie loves it. She's like, dude, Crystal is on fire. Like, she's like excited for her. It's an exciting thing. So I've loved watching Crystal's journey, because she's been in a little less than me, but watching her become like, just blossoming, kind of like me. We both have a similar story. Like, no, I wasn't shy, but we've both become these like different people because of It Works. And just the other day I was watching her story, and I was like, damn girl, like, you can tell that she's doing her makeup, and she's feeling more confident in who she is today. And I think that's pretty cool. So that's been the best part of my journey too. I'm not saying it's hers. I don't know what her favorite part is, but that's one of my favorite parts. And then watching other people just become the best version of themselves. So I think I missed maybe like 3 minutes of you talking. No, probably like 2 minutes of you talking, Crystal. I had to hurry up and get my computer back on. But you guys, she was not, she went double diamond, and it wasn't like she was like a hardcore. I don't even want to tell your story for you. Did you mention the diamond part?
I just said I was diamond, and then I hit double 2 years later. But
right.
That I had some people fall off, but I kept going, and that's why I found my new rock stars.
Okay, that's transition into that. So y'all, she went from diamond for 2 years. So it's not like she was like, oh, I went diamond, now I'm going double back to back. It took her, like me, it took her a second. Actually, it was the same thing. I went diamond and 2 years later I went double. And then I went triple back to back. But it took me a second because I had people quit. I had people fall off. I had my confidence kind of I had to learn and grow and do personal development and find out how to be the best leader, find out what works in this business, what doesn't work in this business. And I've noticed that if you just don't give up, you will be successful. So that's what I was willing to do. So Crystal, I want you to talk to us because we all are going to, if you haven't already, you're all going to go through it eventually. And it's inevitable. You can't miss it. Sorry. But what do you do when people quit? Because they're not quitting on you. They're quitting on themselves. So what do you do? And what do you do when people quit?
Okay. So first, before I say that, I totally forgot to say my new part of my story. So I quit my job 2 years in when I hit diamond. But y'all, I just retired my husband. Like, I totally forgot to say that part. Yeah, my husband was actually able to quit his job because of this. So it is completely changing our life from going to wanting to earn $100 shopping spree to being a stay-at-home family now. Like, it is crazy what this business can do for you if you keep going and you keep working. So what I do when people don't want it,
yeah. Oh, I thought you were asking. Yes, go for it.
Yeah, I'm still there for them, and I'll still like reach out to them, but I just keep going. I just keep enrolling new people and finding new people that really want it as bad as I do. But I mean, I'll still follow up with them and see if they want to do it. You can have them host a post for you, and if they start getting a lot of interaction, then they might be like, oh, maybe I should be doing this, so but I just keep going and finding new people that want this for them, that are actually going to work it, and ask for my help, because you'll enroll a lot of people, and then you'll have those people who are reaching out to you wanting a bunch of help, and then you'll have those people that just kind of don't do much at all. So I've one thing that I feel like changed my business and got me to double was running with my runners. And you'll hear that on a ton of team Zooms too, is running with the people who really want this and helping them, because it's going to help you promote so much faster when they're already enrolling and you're helping them. It's just running with your runners, really. I mean, always be there for the people who kind of don't really do much. Always be there in case they do want to come, and keep posting about you in your story, because it does motivate them. I've had a couple girls actually that joined maybe within the last 6 months, that after they saw my story about my husband retiring, they're like, okay, girl, we need to get together and talk about how I can do this too. And they started within 6 months ago and haven't really been doing anything. So keep posting, keep being consistent, keep telling your story, even if you're not to that point. Talk about where you're going, talk about what this money is going to do for you, talk about it works paying for your gas, little things like that even. So keep going, because sometimes those people who don't really do much in the beginning, they come back around if you are still being consistent.
Yep. And that's like, I've been doing this for 5 years, you guys. People quit. I just had someone enroll last month who already quit. She's like, I'm going through life right now. I'm like, girl, so was I. And I still am. Stop. Like, Courtney has to tell me all the time, like, Kim, you're so no excuses that sometimes you got to hold back. And I'm like, bish, oh my God. I am no excuses. I don't care if you just, man, your best friend just told you you're a piece of crap. Girl, go bye. Like, it's fine. Like, who cares what other people are doing? Like, my lights have been turned off. My water has been turned off. My phone has been turned off. My internet has been turned off. And it makes me hustle even harder. Like, when you're so sick of something, you're willing to be willing to change it. So you can say like, oh yes, girl, preach. You can do that all day, but you actually have to like do those things. And until you do those things, I'm so no excuses. So I've had people quit on themselves, and sometimes it takes a week, sometimes it takes a month, sometimes it takes a year. I've had someone go emerald and fall off the face of the earth. Bye. Bye. What am I, how do I make someone want this? I don't know how to do that. And I don't want to know how to do that. I literally have no clue. And I don't even want to pour my energy into someone who doesn't want to do this. That's like saying to someone who does not want to cut their hair like mine, like, no, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. Then they're going to do it and they're going to not be excited about it. Like, they're not going to love it. Stop trying to make people work. If you're convincing people to work, that you could be spending that energy and that time on people who do want this to work for them. So I love running with my runners. Really quick, like, is she on here? Yeah, Paige. Paige is a rock star on my team, and did she hop off? She was just on here. I swear I just saw her. She literally got started, and then about 2 or 3 days later, she was like, never mind, I quit. She literally said to me, hey, I'm really sorry I wasted your time, but I quit. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, bye. I said, I'm going to pray for you. I don't know. Like, you can ask her. If she was on here, she would tell you. I was like, okay, I mean, I'll pray about it. She's like, I'm going to pray about it, but I think I'm done. I'm like, okay, I'll pray for you too. Like, have a nice day. Bye. I mean, I was like, whatever. She's my sister now. And she just went Emerald last month. She's on fire. I didn't convince her. I didn't say, please come back. Oh my God, no, please. Oh my God. No, I was like, bye. Okay, bye. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm like, that's your decision. And she came back because she was like, okay, just kidding. Like, I need to do this. I need to make this happen. If people want this, they will get after it. I didn't have anybody cheering me on in the beginning. I didn't have any upline in the beginning. And I went diamond in 5 months. Some people will, some people won't. Oh, well, who's next? So, and that's how I am. I spend no time on people who don't want this. And that's like genuine. So you're going to have people quit. Get over it. Just like, move on. It's totally fine. You've got this no matter what. You're not going to quit. So who cares? You're not going to quit. And as long as you know that, it literally doesn't matter. So how did you go from diamond to double? I mean, because literally Kenzie was like messaging me and she was like, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. She's like, wait a minute. I think Crystal's going double. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, wait a minute. I was like, no way. I'm like, are you serious? And she was boxing me and she's like, yeah, I think she's doing it. So it was kind of like, I mean, it was like, woo, and you hustled. Your team and you sat down and you hustled, and I know that. So what did you guys do all of February to make sure that you were bumping everybody's volume up, you were getting people's ranks up, you were promoting, and then all that? How'd you go double?
All right. Well, one, I decided to run with my runners. So I did have my husband as my like big leg. And then I decided I wanted to run with my runners because it was going to happen so much faster because they're also enrolling. Obviously my husband he is still a big leg on my chart, but he's not my biggest one to help me promote. So I ran with my runners. One thing that we did start doing is weekly work dates, which has been awesome. We have been having them every Sunday at different locations because I have a lot of team in Jackson and a lot of team in Lansing, so we do different locations throughout the month, and those are just great so that that way you're all together working. I mean, obviously not everybody shows up, but I've been having at least like 10 people at work meetings, 5 to 10 people. So we just are surrounding ourselves. We've been doing, some Zooms and things like that. But host to post is where it's at, y'all. Like, I used to get 4 to 5 customers a month, and now I'm getting like 20 to 30 customers a month. My new distributors are getting a lot more customers a month because they are doing host to post. So I think host to post completely changed pretty much everybody's business. And I know I did a Zoom with you about exactly what I do for host to post, exactly like all my scripts and stuff, so you guys can access that Zoom on her YouTube, and I'm sure she put it on her team page with all the scripts and stuff. But just, working closely with the people who are working, I have them send me screenshots of conversations so I can help walk them through it, because when you first start out, you don't know what the heck you're doing, right? So when I first started out, like, I was throwing up on people, like word vomit, saying way too much. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And over the 4 years, I definitely learned the different ways to talk to people, like ending with a question, keeping it simple, not answering questions that aren't asked, how to talk about the customer program, all those things. So I make sure that my new distributors, when they are talking to people, they are screenshotting me their messages so that I can tell them exactly what to send back. And then after a little while, they know what they're doing, because it's pretty much the same thing with almost everybody. So just really helping my new distributors, helping my team with figuring out what they need for their charts. One thing I do all the time too is I check my downline activity. So your downline activity report shows you everybody that your team is enrolling. So on my own chart that I'm going for, I always have my chart out every single day. Make sure that you guys have your chart out for what promotion that you're going for and know exactly what you need. So I know a lot of you are probably new, so you might not even know what I'm talking about, but if you message Kim or your leader, they can tell you like how to promote to the next ranks and have your chart. So I always project the volumes for the month to know when I do enroll a customer or distributor, I know exactly where to put them to help me promote to my next rank. So I always have my chart out every single day, because that gives me huge motivation. Okay, I need this amount of volume to promote. I need to get to work, and I know exactly where I need my volume. So as far as going double diamond, I had to help my leaders with their charting. So I always write down, like when they get enrollments, I write it down on my chart with like the date and stuff, and then I help them with where to place their stuff. So I think that was really, really big with helping them learning how to chart. So just make sure that if you guys are new, you have your chart out for whatever promotion that you're going for. You know exactly what you need, because that is going to give you more motivation than anything, you guys. That, and always having your why written, why you started this business, what extra income would do for you, and why. Make sure you are looking at that every single day, because it will give you so much motivation. So that's huge. And then just like plugging in. So I don't know if you want me to talk about my like normal day-to-day stuff or not.
Yeah, next you can. Yeah, I wanted to kind of, I would love that. So I was just going to say, because February was honestly probably my last month was one of my biggest months. And everything she's saying, like, you guys, I took the time, like, you have to, hear me, like, you have to take the time to connect with your team. You have to. I don't care how much you're like, but I'm like so antisocial. Get over it. Get over it. Like, you have to be willing to get a little uncomfortable. Like, you guys, there were nights in February where I was like, bro, if I don't eat something and go to sleep in like 5 minutes, I'm going to fucking die. Like, I think I might die. And I was like, nope. I said I was going to be on Zoom at 9 o'clock. Let's get it. Like, your team wants this. It's not just about you. It's about your team too. And when your team starts to see the bigger picture, trust me, that pays off for both them and you. So help them do the right things. You know, someone in my triple group just made a post and they were like, oh my gosh, it's so annoying that, you know, my team constantly asks me where to place things. And everyone commented and was like, no, that's a good thing. You want to know what your team is doing. You want to be helping them, because you don't want them doing it wrong and then going, why did I miss my promotion? Like, where did I go wrong? And I used to get frustrated by my team constantly saying, where should I put this? Where should I put that? It's a blessing. It's a blessing. And when you can, I noticed last month, I was doing a lot more like one-on-one Zooms with people just for charting. I did a whole separate charting Zoom. I helped people with their charts. If someone said, hey, I literally told my whole downline, tell me when you enroll something. And they're like, okay. And they would, and I'd be like, put it here. And here's why you're putting it here. You know, so be willing to kind of step up as a leader and help them do this business the right way. Because, you know, Crystal and I have been doing this a long time. We've kind of done the wrong things and we've done the right things. So trust your leader, go to them, trust them with your heart, and just be like, what do I need to do? Because I'm willing to do the things. You just need to help me. And so, yeah, I did a lot of separate team Zooms. Just for certain people. I did my power hours twice a week, sometimes more. I did my Sunday team Zooms, you know, always had a guest on, but I stayed up later. I went hard in the paint all month. Like, it was crazy, but seeing people benefit was so rewarding, and knowing what's coming now, like this month, is just crazy. So can you, tell us about like your day-to-day kind of things that you do, whatever you were going to talk about. I'm excited.
Okay, so it's like what you hear pretty much on every team Zoom that Kim does from all of her top leaders. Really, it's really simple what we do, you guys. It just takes daily consistency is all. Even if it's a half an hour a day. You don't have to have hours a day to work this business and be consistent. Um, so what I like to do first thing, really is get my host to post out in the morning. Like if I have to get up 15 minutes early to send out host to post, like it is a complete game changer for the whole rest of your day, for the whole month if you're doing it consistently. So I send out messages. I have my Facebook friends list printed out and I put it in little columns of my people, and I just go, I try to do a column or two or even a page a day. And I just go through and I ask them, hey girl, can I ask you a quick question? And I send out my hosted post first thing that I do, because then throughout the day, I'm not wondering like, what should I be doing for my business? What I'm doing is I'm reaching out to those people who are commenting on the post that other people are doing for me. And I'm only doing that like when I have a second to do it. Like I am now, I've been working at home for 2 years. I have a 6-year-old. I have a 2-year-old. Obviously my 6-year-old goes to school during the day, but I have my 2-year-old and she's crazy and it's hard to get work done when she's awake. But as long as I get those host to posts out, like before she gets up or before I go upstairs and get her from her crib, then when I'm hanging out with her in the living room or whatever and playing or watching TV, like I'm easily just replying to those people that are commenting, and I have all the scripts and it's the same thing for everybody pretty much. So I don't really have to think too much about what I'm doing. And I'm talking to brand new people every single day that are already interested in the products. So I do host a post, and make sure if you're doing host a post that you're following up with people, because most people don't order right away. And make sure if you're doing host posts, you're doing it consistently every single day. So that's why I like to have my Facebook friends list printed out, because I know exactly what I need to do when I get up. I just need to send, hey girl, can I ask you a quick question, to, however many people I'm going to do it to that day, that page. And then I'm responding to them. So doing host posts is awesome because that's getting the messaging part. So there's I think core 5 or whatever of things to do every day. So messaging is one of them, because posting is not asking. You can post all you want, but you're not going to get much unless you're actually messaging people that comment, and messaging people for host a post, asking them to be a product tester, things like that. I don't really ask people to be a product tester as much anymore. I ask them for host a post, because I get a lot more yeses that way. So it's less discouraging. But messaging, posting, if you are doing host a post and you're not posting consistently, you're not going to get as much of a response or as much results, because most of the people that end up ordering are people that I got from host to post that are posting on my post, because like I said, most people aren't going to order right away. They need to keep seeing it. So as long as you're posting consistently, posting results, things like that, those people are going to start commenting on your stuff, even though when you first reach out to them from host to post, they don't order. So make sure you're posting consistently, both about your products and the business, and being passionate. People are going to order from people who are consistent, people who are passionate about what they do. Make sure you're posting about your life too, because people are going to order from people they know, like, and trust. And if you're just posting about it works all the time, then people aren't really knowing you. They just know that you're trying to sell stuff. So consistently posting about you, your life, your family, things like that. And then posting, following up is huge. Personal development, that's probably my number one thing, you guys, is personal development. And I'm sure Kim, Kenzie, every single leader will tell you that if you are not doing personal development, you need to do personal development. Because if I did not do personal development, I wouldn't be where I am today, because you need that daily motivation. You guys, you need that daily motivation and the tips and stuff. So getting on this call, you guys, congratulations to everybody that's on this call. You are doing your personal development. You are plugging in. You're getting motivation. You're getting tips to work your business. So I always make sure I make it a priority to get on calls. Okay. If for some reason you're working or you're sleeping because you have to work in the morning, just make sure that you watch that recording the next day. Okay. Because you want that motivation. You need to hear other people's stories to make you feel like you can do this too. You need to learn those new tips and tricks so you can try them in your business. So not only plugging in on like the calls and stuff, but also like YouTube videos from top leaders on YouTube. I watch those all the time when I'm driving, when I'm doing laundry, when I'm, you know, cleaning the house, when I'm feeding the kids, things like that. I'll listen to that because it gives me motivation. It gives me new tips. So what is it? Personal development. Oh, growing your network. That's the fifth one. Make sure 100% you have to grow your network. This is network marketing. So you need to grow your network to be successful. You're not going to be successful with the people that you know right when you get started. I'd say like 95% of my whole team and customers I never knew before I started. So make sure that you guys are growing your network consistently. I do it mainly on social media now. You can do it with parties. You can do it with meeting people out and about with blitzing or adding people to your Facebook. But just make sure you're doing it daily. Everything that we do, you're going to be successful if you're doing it consistently. So make it a priority. Make a 6 list every day of these 5 things for you to do. Adding to your network, posting, messaging, following up, and personal development. Add it to your 6 list and check it off every single day. Make sure you don't go to bed until you finish those things. And I can tell you what, if you do it every single freaking day, you're going to see a huge change in your business.
That's so good. And like, y'all, she works it like a business, which is why it is now, I mean, it has been paying like a business, but now it's like paying like a boss ass business. Today I walked into Art Van and they were like, you know, so what do you make? Like, what's your monthly income? And I told them, and they're like, from It Works. And I'm like, like, you will have people go, nuh-uh, like, no, you don't. And I'm like, yeah, So, you know, when you start to, and it's so crazy because I guarantee people don't believe me when I say, and I do it from Facebook and Instagram. Like, I don't, like, I mean, yeah, I do parties still, but not like I used to, because we really have become a social media business. And that's a blessing, because when you have kids and when you're busy, I love that you can still incorporate this no matter what. Like, we're not a party business, which is really, we never have been. You know, we don't carry inventory. So growing my network, that's probably one of my funnest things to do. And yeah, I saw Carla's comment. If you're getting negative feedback, you're doing it wrong. And there's nothing wrong with that. We can help you do it right. So just make sure that you're adding, you know, people with, I like to have no mutual friends in common. I like to go to, like, I'll scroll through my newsfeed and I'll see a girl, like a random girl on my newsfeed, and I'll know that her and I really don't have any mutuals. So I'll go to her Facebook friends list and I'll add 10 people. And then from that 10 people, I'll go to one of them. I'll add 10 people. From one of those, I'll add 10 people. I do that like 3 or 4 times, and you'd be shocked at how much you'll see your friends list just rise, because you're like, oh, and they have to have a good, clear, crisp picture. It can't be someone that looks negative, or if I go to their wall, which I don't really go to their wall. But if I do happen to, and they're like negative and they got all this crazy like shared posts, I don't want to be their friend. I want like people who know how to use social media, because that's the kind of people I want on my team. So be picky. Good. I'm glad that helps. Okay. So yeah, I love it. So you guys, she's intentional. Every day when she wakes up, she's intentional. And I love that we really can work this around our busy lifestyle. And this can keep you busy in the best way. And, you know, Host to Post has been a game changer for me. I love that she said she went from 4 customers a month to like 20 to 30. Same. I used to sign, I remember like a year ago, I remember one month I got 5 customers and I was like, I am so amazing. Oh my God, bow down to me, because holy crap. Like, and now I'm like, dude, I can sign 4 customers a day on average with Host to Post if I'm doing it like consistently. And so the other day yesterday I was in my car on the way to Lansing, and I said, okay, I could either sit here and just gaze out the window and enjoy the car ride, you know, because it's a freaking car ride. Work, you're in the car. So I'm like, or I can get on my phone. I can actually make some money real quick. So I went through I just did Host to Post like almost the whole way there. I posted in my team page. I worked, and that to me, that's like exciting. To me, that's a thrill. I love that I can be in the car and say, no, for me, like I worked. So you guys, you just have to be intentional. You have to pick moments to be intentional and just do the damn thing. Like, stop making excuses. Stop saying that you're having, you know, no feedback or negative feedback, or you've got all these people saying no. Okay, you have all these people saying yes. Pray over it. Speak over it. Literally speak life in your business, and all of a sudden you'll see like crazy, awesome things happening. So if you're not having any feedback, it's because you're not reaching out enough. If you're not having good feedback, it's because the people on your friends list suck. Get rid of them. Get rid of the bad seeds, like, and grow with some amazing people. And I network when I go to church. I network when I go to Bible study. I network when I go to a new grocery store or a new library. There's so many ways to network. It's just being intentional with that. So, Crystal, Jade says, do you need to hop off, Crystal?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, I was gonna say, if you need to hop off, like totally hop off. But she says, okay, so if you have someone host post and got good results, does anyone ask them more than once? I hope I worded that right. I get what she's saying. Do you get what she's saying?
Like have them post again?
Yeah, like would you have, if someone did a good host post, like maybe a week later, have them do another host post? Would you do that?
I would. I don't even really keep track of that. I do. One thing I do though is when people have a lot of comments, because you're going to have people that don't get any comments because they don't really post on Facebook much, and they're just, their Facebook algorithm isn't there. But you're going to have people that do comments. So let's say you're sending out post messages to people and you have like 5 people post for you and nobody comments. That might discourage you, but keep going every single day, because you are going to have those posts that get 20 freaking comments on them, because they are people who are on social media and people see their posts. So one thing that I do is when I get people that have a ton of comments, I will actually save their posts in collections. So if you can actually save different posts into collections. So if you click on like the top 3 dots on the top right, you can save it. And I do like a product post. So when I see other top leaders do product posts, business post stuff, I save it into collections to use later to post for myself. But for host-a posts, I'll save those host-a posts that get a ton of comments on them, because then I can go back and comment on it again. So it goes back in their news feed. People start seeing it again, and more people will comment. But I never thought about that, having them do another post. So that is a great idea. Like, I will now go back to that collection of the host posts that get a lot of comments, and I'm going to go ask them to do another post for me. So I would definitely do that.
That's a good one, Jade. Yeah, I've never done that either. So that's a good one. And, I'm sure Crystal can agree, but you're going to have your timeline review on, right? So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's in your settings. Make sure, that when you have people posting for you, that it's not showing up all over your wall. You don't want people to go to your Facebook and go, why do all these people have her tagged in the same damn thing? Like, I have my timeline review on, so I have to approve anybody that wants to show up on my wall. So when you have your timeline review on, like Crystal does, you can actually see, yeah, there you go. She just told you exactly how to turn it on. That's going to change your business, because I'm very opposite of Crystal, you guys. I feel like Crystal's a little organized. I'm not at all. So like, I love that. Like, she has her shit together. I don't. So I like to, just look at my timeline review. I'll go to like timeline review and I'll just say, oh, all those people posted for me. Let me go check the comments. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Let me go follow up. Let me go ask them now to host another post again, because maybe they posted for me in December. It is now March. So like, it's been a while. I could do a different host a post. So that's kind of like my notebook. I love my timeline review. So okay, so she just posted how you do it, and it's super exciting. I have my last 3 days of, oh, that's awesome. Good, Jade. Good. Okay. So answer this real quick. So someone said, how do you follow up with your host-to-post commenters or likers? Is there a certain way you do it?
Well, I'm always doing, my favorite host-to-post is Keto Coffee, just because I can upsell it to another bag of coffee and greens, like no problem, a full month supply of both. So my heart is in the Keto Coffee one. But I watched a video, just like I've been in this for 4 years. I'm still watching new people promoting and getting tips off them and using their stuff. So I just watched a video of someone that gave a good follow-up script, and I've been using it and it's been working well. So let me think about what exactly is it. I can actually post it right in here, because I do have it on my text replacement. So let me post it in here and then read what it is.
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
You good.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure, were you still willing, or were you still wanting to try the coffee as a customer, or were you wanting to try the coffee and make some extra money as a distributor. I can't remember who did that one, but it's working really, really well because either they're saying, oh, I just want to be a customer, and then I'm like sealing the deal with them right there, or they're like, oh, how can I make some money from it? So like you're possibly getting distributors from it that you wouldn't even think about offering, you know, the distributor side to it. So that is one of my new follow-ups that I like to do. Before that, I always like to do, hey girl, I'm placing some orders today at my discount. I just wanted to know if you are ready to get yours in. I mean, obviously we don't like place orders like a lot of other companies. They like have to do like a set amount of orders or whatever at one time, and get them to their house and then transfer them to or send them to other people. But so our business isn't like that, but they don't know that, you know. So I'm like, oh, I'm placing orders today. Did you want to get yours in? That just creates some sort of urgency. Or you can be like, I have 3 spots left at my discounted price for so would you like to, you know, grab the spot? Would you like to get your order in? Kind of just trying to make it an urgency too. That helps as well. So there's a lot of different follow-ups. Obviously, you don't want to do the same follow-up with the same person every time. So having a couple different follow-ups works pretty well. And then Jade Hooper, she's my absolute favorite. I've been watching her ever since I started, which is why my daughter's middle name is Jade. But she was talking about how.
Shut up, wait, pause. Is that for real?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay.
I tried to get her name Jade, but Lonnie said no. So I said, okay, her middle name.
Okay, she's gonna have to know that one day. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
I
keep
love
going.
Jade. And Jade is starting to do like live videos on YouTube that are like pop-up training. So y'all make sure you subscribe to Jade Hooper. She's amazing, and you'll get her live video pop-ups all the time. But she will follow up about that product for like maybe 2 to 3 times. And then if she's not getting anything back from them, she'll follow up about different things. So she'll offer the opportunity, or she'll offer like a different package or something like that. So I think I'm going to start trying that, like offering different things if you followed up so many times with them and they weren't responding about that. So it's working for her. So
Yes, and honestly, like if you're waking up, yeah, by the way, yes, Jade Hooper is incredible. I've been following her since I joined too. And what makes me sick,
she's number 3 in the business too.
Yes, number 3 in commercial. Yep, and what makes me sick to my stomach is she's been in for less time than me. So there's that. Anyway, so go follow her. She's amazing. But what I love is that if you guys listen, okay, it's like, are you going to listen to this Zoom and be like, that was cool information, I'm so glad I hopped on? Are you going to actually like say, this was really great, I'm going to get off, and tomorrow, starting Monday, it's a new fresh week, let's get it. I'm going to take everything Crystal said and I'm going to apply it, because you still have, what is today? You still have, it's the 17th. I can't do math. 31 minus 17. Crystal, how many days left in the month?
I don't know.
Hold on. I don't know, you have like 14, 13, I don't freaking know. You have a lot of days left in the month. You have about a half of a month left, okay? So like seriously, you could go, I don't care if you're like, man, I'm on the cusp of emerald, go diamond. You have so much time left, and honestly, with Host to Post and all of the things it creates and all of the conversation it creates and all of the things it lets you do, you can really seriously like mass enroll the rest of the month. If you guys hear Joe in the background being super annoying, I really do apologize for his bag of chips or candy or whatever it is he's eating. So I don't have an office right now. So anyway, he's just looking at me. But really, if you take advantage of what Host to Post can do for you, it will blow your mind. It opens up conversations. First, you just ask them to host a post for you, and then you're like, have you ever thought of doing the business? Like, you got a lot of comments. Yesterday in the car, I had a girl literally say to me, I mean, I can seal the deal with a Host to Post in 2 minutes. Like it literally, because of text replacement, 2 minutes. So she goes, okay, give me more details. So I did. She's like, okay, and how much does it cost? So I told her. And then I sent her some pictures, and she goes, all right, I'm in. Let's do it. I said, okay, text me. I'll get some of your information. Place your order. Okay, cool. And then whenever it's hair, skin, and nails, if it's hair, skin, and nails, I upsell collagen. I have a script for that. So I say, hey, since you're getting half off of my entire store, I really do. I start it with, listen, you're going to love your HSN results. You're going to love it. It's going to blow your mind. But since you are getting half off of my entire store, I do recommend adding our collagen. I give them a little rundown, and I send them Katie Bevington's before and after. And I say, do you want to add that? She said, how much is it? Blah, blah, blah. She ended up getting that plus collagen. Then she says to me, I'd add more, but I'm a single mom of 3 kids and I got to watch my budget. So I voice messaged her and I said, okay, well, if you want to tack on an extra $20, not like, remove all of that, you should just become a distributor. I said, if you want to add on an extra $20, you could actually become a part of my team and earn some extra income while you're getting your products. Why don't you do that? And she was like, she did decline, but she's going to join. She was like, honestly, my life is really hectic right now, but if you follow up with me in 2 or 3 months, I would love to. And so, but you guys, do you see, that could have been a yes, easily, if someone was truly interested. So instead of saying, scratch all of that, never mind about placing your order, you should become, no, can you add on $99? Even when it's not 20, hey, add on just an extra 100. Just an extra $100 with your product, and you could actually make some extra income. Don't forget to offer the business, especially when you're hearing them tell you that they need it. Okay, so you could go from host to post to signing distributors, building a team, putting customers under them. There's so much opportunity with host to post. So I want you guys to take this and run with these tips. And then the last thing I wanted maybe Crystal and I to talk about really quickly is, okay, Jade, we'll have to talk about that in a little bit. It's a little different topic. I'll have to show you. So, momentum, okay? Crystal had all this momentum in February. So did I, a lot. So I want to help you guys. I really have I love our eSuite, okay? I love our eSuite. And if you're not paying for your eSuite, start to, because this is the kind of things you get from it. So a little bit about momentum. Once you lose it, baby, it's gone, bye. It's hard to get back. You'll get it back. It's hard to get it back though. So when you're in momentum, you want to stay in that momentum. Destiny said bye. When you're in momentum, you want to stay in that momentum. Can I tell you, and Crystal will agree, I know she will, because she's probably seen it. She's probably went through it. So have I. How many of you have promoted and been like, yes, bish, I promoted. Okay, I'm going to chill out. And you know what, March, I'm going to just do me. I'm going to buy all the things. I'm going to take myself on a pedicure day. I'm going to turn up at the club. I'm going to spend more time with my family because, man, I killed it last month. So I'm just going to chill out. I'm just going to chill out next month. Okay, say goodbye to that rank you just got. I'm just going to be real with you. Say bye to all that hard work you just did. Say bye to that paycheck that you just got, because it's not going to be the same next month. I promise you that. And the reason I'm being so real about this is because I've gone through it, and I used to be a little more hush-hush about it. I'm done. If you guys want to see your success really stay, you need to listen to me. You need to run harder than you did last month. Crystal, I pray, I hope, I'm sure she is running either just as hard or harder this month. Yeah, she just got double diamond. Yes, and I want you to talk about this in a second. I know she's running. I am running harder. I am literally running harder, because once you see a reflection of one of your best months, you don't want it to go away. But once you stop reaching out to your team like you did that prior month, once you stop charting as much as you were, once you stop doing as many power hours, you're like, you know what? I'm not going to do as much host to post this month, because girl, I'm just going to maintain. No, you won't. No, you won't. Promise. Sorry. Promise. So you have to, because if you want to sit on that Black Diamond Beach, you have to be willing to put in the work until your team is doing the same stuff every month. Okay. Last month, you might have hit a peak. You might have been at your top, but your team wasn't. So keep going until they're at their top, and then until they've got people at their top. So one of the things I did in my eSuite was I went to downline activity, and I looked at all of the enrollments last month. I had over 300. I have a little over 300 enrollments, and that's exciting, right? So I looked at my downline activity and I said, all right, last month we had over 300 enrollments. This month we're at, I'm just giving you guys an example because I want you guys to do this too. Right now we're at, what did I do? Right now we're at a little over 125 enrollments. So I know right now in my heart of hearts, listen, I know right now, because I don't want to do 300 enrollments this month. I want to do 100 more, because when momentum is here, you need to make it stay. So in my head, I'm like, okay, we need 275 more enrollments this month between my entire team and I. So you have to look at things like that and go, okay, it's time to freaking push. Like you thought you were pushing last month, push like you have never pushed before. And so I want you to kind of look at your downline activity. Like go to your eSuite, go to reports, go to additional reports, and click downline activity and click enrollment date equals last month. And you'll pull up every enrollment you had last month. And I want you to then compare it to this month. And I want you to say, oh shit, it might be a hit in the gut. And you might even be happy dance. Maybe you're killing it. You're like, oh, we're doing freaking awesome. And maybe you're like, oh my, okay, we've got some work to do. I want you to know that you need to be pushing harder. If your enrollments do not reflect what they kind of did last month, you're not doing the right things this month already. You need to be pushing just as hard, if not harder. And I mean that, you guys. If you want Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, and above, you've got to push harder this month. So that was just an example I wanted to give you guys because I love doing that because it helps me steer like where I focus. So Crystal, what are you doing to maintain, if not like that momentum? Like what are you doing this month to keep on track so that you can have your people like still promoting, you're maintaining double, you're going triple? What are you doing?
So I am checking my downline activity every single day, helping my people know where to place. Make sure that you are charting, you are projecting your volumes, you are knowing exactly what you need for the month on the 1st of the month. Update it again on the 5th, update again, or 15th, update again on the 25th when all auto shipments ran, but know where you are going. So do those charts for sure and work every day like it's the last day of the month and you're going for a promotion or you're going for that shopping spree. If you work every single day really hard, then that's where you're going to get. But I have been really keeping track of my new distributors and their 30 days because I want them to get that shopping spree that so they are using the products and getting a passion for the products and getting testimonies so that their business can explode too. So I'm really, really, really keeping track on paper of my distributors, their 30 days, working really hard with them. And then also people who are close to getting promotions, I am telling them because they don't necessarily always know like what they need to go for. So you really want to talk to your new distributors and figure out what their first goal is, the 4 customers, what their second goal is to hit executive, to hit Ruby, to try to get that guarantee, things like that. So I am like figuring out where they're at and getting on a Zoom with them, figuring out why they're doing this so they will remember, having them write it down and figure it out, and then also showing them how close they are to their next goal and what they can do with that. So I'm having more like one-on-one conversations. Like one of my girls, she's like really close to Ruby and she didn't even realize it. And I started talking to her and I walked her through host to post and things like that. She wasn't even doing that before. And she got like 4 customers and 3 distributors in 2 days, just from showing her what her roadmap was, where she needed to go. That put so much fire in her belly. And she was like, okay, let's do this. So just, she's been really connecting with me and just, having me help her through her conversation. So just make sure that you're letting your new distributors know that what their goal is, like where they're at, stuff like that, how to get there. And then also making sure that they know that they can reach out to you. We love it if you guys reach out to us. That means you're working your business. You're not annoying us. That just, the more you reach out to us and have us help you, the more successful you're going to be. That's all I can say, really. Like, that's how it has been with my distributors, my successful distributors are the people who reach out to me more for help and stuff like that. So just really helping your team get to where they want to be. Like now that my husband and I are both retired, like I way past what my goals were. My goal is to help my team get there. So I'm really focusing on helping them get there, and that's just going to help me get to my next promotion too. So really concentrate on helping your team get to where they want to be too.
Yep. Because when you put that belief of, oh, like I just want to maintain, that means that your team is just maintaining. You don't want your team just maintaining. Like you want them rising up because they won't last if they're just maintaining. So neither will you if you're just maintaining. So like I've learned all the hard ways. I've learned a lot of hard things. I remember going diamond and that next month, I literally just sat around. I was like, it's just going to happen again. Like, I did it. It's just going to happen again. No. So, you have to. And so I can't, Crystal, pouring into my team and helping them understand where they need to place things and why they need to do it. I'm not kidding you. All of a sudden I'll see my team enrolling people and I'm like, oh, like that leg of people, I'll see them all of a sudden enrolling because all they needed you to do is tell them how close they are to Ruby and exactly what they need to get there. And then people are like, oh, and like I'll see them start to enroll more. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like it just works. Not because I'm motivating them, but because I'm helping them. You can't motivate people. So really quickly, I do want to say welcome to the new distributors, even if they're just watching this is just something I promise to do every week. So even if you're just watching the recording, I want to welcome the new distributors, and I'm just excited about that. So welcome Yvonne Walker. This is people in the last 7 days. So Yvonne Walker, welcome. Samantha, I'm not going to try to say your last name, welcome. Rosa Espinoza, welcome. We've got Sarah Gilbert, welcome. Taylor, not going to try to say that last name. Oh my goodness. Ryan Outman, welcome. Kaylin, super exciting, you guys. Janelle, and then, oh yeah, so welcome Janelle. That's it for this week. So I want you guys to keep in mind that if you're not enrolling new people monthly, neither is your team. And so how do you think that's going to affect you? Right? So like do the things every month that you want your team doing. You want your team consistently enrolling. So that means you need to be too. So I hope that you guys are having an amazing Sunday. I know we had 1-800-GOT-JUNK. We had them out on Friday. Crystal, you didn't know about this? Did you see? Oh my gosh, it's disgusting. Okay, we had them come on Friday and they had to come back today for another haul in their truck. Like our garage was full of stuff that wasn't even ours. It was horrible. So, yep, 1-800-GOT-JUNK cleared us out today. I'm so excited because like our garage needed it so bad. And then we've just been chilling, y'all. It's been a good Sunday, but we've been getting some work done too. So I am very, very proud of those of you who did decide to hop on, especially because we still have so much month left. So is there anything that you wanted to end us out with, Crystal?
Not really. Just be consistent. Plug in as much as you can. And the corporate call just started, so get your butts on that because there's about to be an announcement.
I know.
Like. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. They always have something up their sleeve. So yes, just do all the things Crystal talked about, and for the rest of the month, you'll be so happy that you did. So thanks guys for being on. Crystal will give me the recording as soon as I'm sure she has it up. So love you guys. Happy Sunday. Thanks, Crystal.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye guys.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. See you guys. Oh yeah. Sorry, it's lagging. Okay. Bye guys.
Bye.